Yes, people, what's going on? Welcome back to the channel. I'm AdamMcKola. So we have moved from New York to New Jersey now. I'm over here not long. Got back from the Erik ten Hag press conference where I got to ask Erik ten Hag a question about Kobbie Mainoo, and obviously there were plenty more asked of him as well. Harry Maguire was on the topic, plenty of different topics were discussed, as well as transfer signings and signing a striker as well. We've also had loads of transfer news regarding Alex Telles at the moment, potentially leaving Manchester United, Fred, Eric Bailly, and there's stories about Rasmus Højlund as well as Anthony Elanga, who looks close to joining Nottingham Forest. So a big day at the moment for news. Is all coming out left, right and centre. As we speak, Manchester United kick off against Arsenal in about 24 hours time, probably less than that by the time you watch this. And I'm really looking forward to that game. Not Manchester United's first pre-season game of the tour. Obviously they've played in Edinburgh just before and things like that, and they played in Norway as well, but my first game of the pre-season tour, so really looking forward to it. So far we've just been, I got here on Tuesday. I had a day on my own, you know, mooched around New York a little bit, had a spa day as well, got to fit in a little bit of relaxation, and then the lads arrived on Wednesday night. Since then we've been chilling, spending time in New York, making content as well, myself and Steedity and Uncensored in New York, which you can go and check out on Stretford Paddock, and we're making loads of other content as well. Loads of things will be going on at games. We're doing the tailgate tomorrow as well. If you're at the match between Manchester United and Arsenal, Stretford Paddock will be hosting a live show at the tailgate in Lot G. It's going to be absolutely incredible. Probably going to have about 1,000, 2,000, maybe more Manchester United fans there, all getting stuck in. There'll be some Man United legends knocking about as well. It's going to be so much fun. But yeah, let's have a look at what some of these latest headlines are. At the moment, we hear Fred, who didn't join Manchester United's team out on the pre-season tour. He has been linked with a move away to Fulham and a few other teams, but apparently it's down to personal reasons now. It may just be a case that they're saying personal reasons, even though it is transfer stuff, but it may just be a case that, you know, he does have personal problems going on, because we saw he was involved in that game over in Edinburgh with Manchester United, and then just left out of the pre-season tour. So it'd be really strange for that to happen, unless a transfer was about to happen. Who knows? And maybe United are keeping their cards closer to their chest, as you know, so not to affect maybe the price tag or things like that. And to protect the player if he was to come back into the camp. So they've just gone, look, he's not come because of personal issues, but you tend to believe them when they do say this kind of thing. Incredibly as well, we are getting around £6 million for Alex Telles, who is joining Al Nassr to play with Cristiano Ronaldo. £6 million for a player that I thought we'd end up let go for free, or send out on loan until the end of his contract or something like that. We're also looking very close to selling Anthony Elanga to Nottingham Forest. Talk of around a £15 million transfer fee for him. Still a little bit cheap in my opinion, but it's a decent fee to bring in. If you can too get rid of Dean Henderson to the same club, then of course you could probably bring in around another 15 to 20 million pounds for him as well. You know, you got another 40 million to play with in the transfer market, or there or thereabouts. Excuse my maths. We also, as I said, that the players as well, sorry, the manager had his press conference today. He's been speaking about a lot of different things. I asked him about Kobbie Mainoo because I think Kobbie impressed when he has played so far in pre-season. Asked him, you know, how's he been doing in training? Is he getting closer to that first team squad? Is he in his thoughts for the season as well? And he said, look, if he performs, he'll be in my thoughts, you know what I mean? And Kobbie Mainoo could be one of those that could push, especially when you consider, look, Fred might leave Manchester United, McTominay may leave. Now, I hope we sign a player in midfield, but if we don't, or even if we do, Kobbie Mainoo is going to be about. We've got Premier League, Champions League, FA Cup, League Cup. Hopefully we can go deep in those competitions this year. And if you do that, you're going to need to utilise your squad. And I think someone like Kobbie Mainoo could be an influence on the team and make an impact next season. Obviously he's very young as well, and as we've seen with, you know, someone like Zidane Iqbal, who went away on the pre-season tour, did really well last season, came back, he was involved with the first team squad all season but didn't play, and now he's moved on to Utrecht. So anything can happen, but what I would say is that you know, it's good to see Kobbie Mainoo being involved with the first team, and I think he's much closer to this first team than many other of the younger players. Ten Hag was asked about De Gea as well. He said it was the right moment for David De Gea to leave Manchester United, and I agree with him totally there. He also said that hopefully David De Gea gets a testimonial or gets an opportunity, you know, to say goodbye to the Manchester United fans. He said for the rest of his life he is a Manchester United legend, and he is spot on there as well. When asked about the Arsenal game tomorrow, what I liked was he said there are no friendly games. He was also asked about Mason Greenwood as well, and he was non-committal on that. He said, look, I've made my opinions be known behind the scenes, but it's now up to the club and it's in the club's hands to make the decision. And I think, you know, we kind of don't know what's going on with that yet. He hasn't been involved with the pre-season squad, so you'd assume he's not going to be involved at the start of the season. We have seen him doing training elsewhere. I genuinely don't know what's going to happen there. It's such a weird position for the club to be in, and you know, I assumed that he'd never play for Man United again, but I wouldn't be surprised to see him put on a red shirt, which is incredible. Ten Hag spoke also about Onana and Mount. He said they are great players, that's for sure, but they're also great personalities. They know exactly what they want. They both have a winning attitude. They can't lose. They will give 100%. He was also asked about Onana and whether he thinks it's a risk, and he said, I bought him because of his character. I want him because he has that. He wants to have that challenge. He's at his best when he wants a challenge, and he likes the challenge. He will rise to the occasion. The owners as well, he was asked about them. He didn't really say too much in that regard. But yeah, it was interesting to be there today. I absolutely love going to the press conferences. I wish we'd get a little bit more time with Erik ten Hag at times, because obviously he's the one that you really want to talk to. And I think last season was a real good start to his career at Manchester United, and long may it continue, long may it go on, and long may he be successful as a Man United manager. But I'd really love to sit down with him, talk more to him about his football as well. I think sometimes in his press conferences we get caught up in, you know, why are you asking about Harry Kane? You know he's not really going to answer Harry Kane questions. Like, ask something about his tactics, about his style of play, about the way he wants the team. I don't know, obviously sometimes we need to ask certain questions. They just need to be put on record, you know what I mean? That the questions have been asked, I get it. But I just feel like sometimes so much in the press and in the media, sometimes we don't ask interesting questions. Alright, they might be a little bit boring, but sometimes I reckon you'd infuse the manager a little bit more, get a little bit more out of him, you know, try and make it a little interesting. Alright, and maybe it's not as clickable, but I think most football fans would enjoy that and prefer that a little more. But anyway, let us know your thoughts in the comments below. I'm absolutely loving our time out here. We are heading back to New York shortly for the fan event at the Smithfield Hall. Cannot wait for that, and to be meeting loads of you guys too. But thank you for tuning in, and I'll see you soon.